Harav Yisrael Soruk in the Taf Kuf Nun Likutim of the Ramam Pano, Simin Taf Kaf Beis, explains the idea of Haman and Zeresh. Haman corresponds with Zer Anpin of Bria. He's the klippa that's against it. And that's you have the 5 letters, Mansapach. They're the 5 letters that have a double in terms of having a final version, or a pshuta, mem stuma, and the nun and tzadik and pei and chaf pshuta. And they correspond with the concept of gvuros, of judgments. The hey gvuros, the 5 judgments. And so the first 2 letters are man, and there are 5 gvuros in total, 5 judgments, and that's the hey. So that's Haman. And the first 2 are the harshest ones. And that's why Haman is the harshest idea. Zeresh comes from Gvura, from the 3rd one, which is Tzadik. And you can change the Zayin in her name to a Tzadik, and it's still pronounced Zeresh. You can switch the Zayin and the Tzadik because they come from the same part of the mouth, and therefore you can switch them according to the concept of switching letters. So Zayin and Tzadik. And she's the Bas Sheva of Tuma. That's her Zayin. Opposite to David's wife. So Haman being opposite David. Zeresh being opposite Bas Sheva. And that's the Gzar Din of Shivim Shana Uprutrut. So you have the decree of 70 years of exile between the first and second temple, and that's the Zayin of Zeresh. And the fact that it's 70 and a little bit is that you add on to it, and anytime you add on, you take away. At any rate, you have the Zeresh and V'chachamav. You have Haman also has his advisors, his sages. They are from the Pei Chaf of Manatzpach. That at first he calls them Ohavav. And then it changes to call them Chachamav. First they were his loved ones, that they helped him and supported him in his wickedness. And when they started to become sweetened, because they were the end letters of Manatzpach, they're the softer ones then. So they could be sweetened easier, and therefore they got sweetened first. The Gvuros of the left side being drawn towards the right side, and then they were called the wise ones. Haman wanted to destroy Mordechai, who's Yisod Abba, that goes into Ze'er. So he's connected Ze'er, and Mordechai is higher than that. Mordechai goes into Ze'er. He's Yisod Abba that goes into Ze'er. So that's the tree that goes up 50 amas to reach Mordechai. And the 50 amas also correspond with the 5 gvuros from Ima, the Manatzpach. And Yisod Abba includes them. And so the concept of Pur then is the idea of the Vav in between Par. The Vav is like it says by Romi, that Rome was built when Na'atz Kana Bayam, that Hashem sent a malach to place a stick in the ocean, and then upon that stick he built Krach Godel Shel Rome. He built Rome. So the Vav is the concept of the of this Kanabayam that's between the par. Par is Gematria Matzapach, the concept of Gvuros. And he put it in the middle between the Pei and the Resh to surround it with Gvuros. And the concept of Yesod also is the concept of Vav. And the Vav also is Zeranpin, that he's Keneged. So you can't have the concept of Yesod Abba, of Mordechai, that includes the 5 Gvuros, that comes down as a Vav, Yesod Abba, into Ze'er, and Ze'er itself is a Vav, and that's the Vav between the Pei and the Resh of Pur. But he didn't also know that Hashem's name Ekya, if you spell it out, can also come out to Kuf Mem Gimel, and if you have Das, as it's divided into the right and the left side, so you have Kuf Mem Gimel 2 times. That's also Gematria Pur. In fact, it's Purim. It's 2 of them. It's one on the right and one on the left. That's why they call these days Purim, because the letters Mi of Bina attach themselves to Ze'er to switch and flip the klala to bracha, the curse to a blessing. Al Yidei Esther, who's Yisod Ima. So Mordechai is Yisod Abba, and Esther is Yisod Ima. The sweetening of the strictnesses of Ima comes through Esther, who's the concept of Yisod Ima. We'll stop there.